Have you ever heard of the other parts of New York besides Manhattan? The main areas are Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx. These are New York's most important boroughs, so let's go explore them together. And stay with us until the end of the video to find out the reason behind the Bronx burning. Here we are in the heart of the Bronx, Fordham Road, full of life and noise. Since the early 20th century, it was the hub of trade for European and Latin American immigrants. Today, if you stand here, you'll hear English blending with Spanish at the same time. Grand Concourse Street was designed in 1894, inspired by the Champs-Élysées in Paris. Back then, it was a symbol of the middle class. But in the 1970s, everything changed. Landlords going bankrupt set their own buildings on fire, leading to the infamous event known as the Bronx is burning, which we'll talk about shortly. When you talk about Yankee Stadium, you're not just talking about a baseball field. This is the soul of the Bronx. The people here live and breathe for this place, for this team, for this stadium. On championship days, the place overflows. Streets are closed, crowds are everywhere, and the atmosphere is absolutely electric. From its walls, its glass, its very design, you can feel the energy bursting out. Since 1923, it has been the beating heart of baseball in America. This isn't just about sports. This is history. This is New York. This is passion. This is pure excitement. And when you mention the Bronx, you can't forget the Yankees, its soul and beating heart. This stadium has produced countless legends, from Babe Ruth to Mickey Mantle and many more. Even today, it's still filled with the same passion and the same energy. During the fires that swept through the Bronx, this stadium became like a second home for the people.
You can buy a large occupied apartment house in the Bronx for less than $1,000. Then $200 will buy you a first-class arson job.
The truth is, in the 1970s, many people burned their own homes just to collect insurance money, creating a massive disaster. We had to head over to White Plains Road to witness something important. Little Yemen. In the midst of the 1970s crisis, Arab immigrants, especially Yemenis, settled here. They opened Yemeni restaurants and halal markets. In honor of the Yemeni community who are present here in large numbers, this street, originally called White Plains Road, was renamed after the late President Ibrahim Al-Hamdi. May he rest in peace. What do you think the meaning is behind choosing Ibrahim Al-Hamdi? Write your thoughts in the comments. The name Bronx comes from a Swedish immigrant named Jonas Bronk, who arrived in New York in 1639 and bought a large piece of land north of Manhattan. Over time, people began referring to it as Bronx land, and eventually the name evolved into what we know today as the Bronx, one of New York City's 5 famous boroughs. Today, the Bronx is home to more than 1.4 million people, making it the 4th most populated borough in the city. Its diversity is striking, with communities of Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, African Americans, alongside immigrants from many other nations. The Brooklyn Bridge is the most iconic landmark of Brooklyn, and its name says it all. Opened in 1883, it was once the longest suspension bridge in the world. Its story is filled with sacrifice. Engineer John Roebling died before the bridge was completed, and his son Washington Roebling carried on the work while paralyzed with the crucial help of his wife Emily. More than 20 workers lost their lives, yet the bridge became a symbol of all New York. It took 13 full years to build just this one bridge. Construction began in 1870, and it was officially opened on May 24, 1883. This area between the bridges is called DUMBO. Back then, it was packed with mills, warehouses, and horse-drawn carts bringing sugar and coffee from the port. Today, it's filled with cafes and shops, but the old stone walls still stand as witnesses to the past. Today, the Barclays Center stands as a symbol of modernity, but back in the 19th century, Atlantic Avenue was a major commercial route. This scene perfectly shows how Brooklyn blends the old with the new. Nowadays, Brooklyn is also considered one of the main hubs for Arabs in America, a place where you can witness a mix of Arab traditions and American influence, from mosques and shops to festivals and cultural events. Brooklyn is the most populated of New York's boroughs, home to more than 2.6 million people. Even its name traces back to a Dutch word, a reminder of the city's layered history. In the late 19th century, the Domino sugar factory was producing half of America's sugar. Thousands of immigrants work here. It eventually closed in 2004 due to urban development. The building you see behind me is old, but the company restored it, preserving the classic exterior style while completely modernizing the inside. From the inside, it's state-of-the-art, one of the finest buildings around. What's beautiful about it is that they kept the historic look on the outside while renewing everything within. The factory itself may no longer be active, but its iconic sign still stands tall, as if to say, we have not forgotten the people who built this place and gave their sweat and effort here, those who labored to produce the sugar and transport it from place to place. A true symbol of loyalty and remembrance. Brooklyn is home to a wide range of universities and institutes, such as Brooklyn College, CUNY, and many more. These institutions have drawn thousands of students from all over the world, making Brooklyn a center of both knowledge and creativity. Brooklyn is also a mirror of contrast. Luxurious mansions in Brooklyn Heights stand in stark opposition to poor neighborhoods like Brownsville. And it's this very contrast that makes the borough feel authentic, alive, and real. Add to that its extraordinary cultural diversity, and you get a place unlike anywhere else. Look, my friend, when people truly love their city, you can see it in the details. Even garbage bins are designed with beauty. Loving your city means making everything around it better. One of Brooklyn's most striking features is its contrasts. Elegant historic homes, views overlooking Manhattan, and wealthy residents living right next to struggling neighborhoods. These areas are among the most expensive and sought after in all of New York. The Queensboro Bridge, opened in 1909, was the gateway for ordinary people escaping Manhattan's high costs to start a new life in Queens. Thousands of workers and families crossed it, building their lives there. This bridge was never just a road. It was the beginning of a new life for many. Queens is New York's second largest borough by population, and the widest in terms of area. Its name dates back to the 17th century, when the English named it after Queen Catherine of Braganza, wife of King Charles II of England. Today, Queens is home to more than 2.4 million residents, making it one of the most diverse places in the world. Over 180 nationalities live here. It is home to New York's two major airports, JFK and LaGuardia, among the most important airports in the United States. This is Astoria, one of the most famous neighborhoods in Queens. It connects the Bronx and Queens, and it's home to a large and diverse population. Astoria is also where many Arab communities have settled, bringing with them restaurants, cafes, and so much more. Astoria reflects the true diversity of Queens. At first, it was mainly Greek with restaurants, bakeries, and churches. But today, Arabs have left their mark with Egyptian and Lebanese restaurants, Arabic cafes, and cultural spots. Here, diversity isn't just an idea, it's a daily reality. The whole world lives in one neighborhood. That's why Queens has a global reputation for its food. Every street practically offers dishes from a different continent. From Yemeni mandi to Mexican tacos to Asian cuisine, Queens isn't just a borough, it's a miniature map of the world inside New York City. Its geographic location gave it a strategic advantage, as it connects the city to the rest of Long Island's suburbs. Queens is one of the calmest and most beautiful areas, with charming neighborhoods and spots that look directly out over Manhattan. The view is stunning. The feeling is beyond words, truly remarkable. From the noise and chaos of the city, here you find peace and tranquility. Every day in America, between 700 and 1 million Muslims live their lives here, making up one of the largest Muslim communities in the United States. But New York also has a darker side, something many people don't know about. And that's exactly what we'll talk about in the next episode, God willing. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell, and share it with your friends living in the US. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching and take care.